I visited Yellowstone in 2010 with my family. I was lucky enough to see 3 bears. Sometimes people go for weeks and they don't get to see bears. Bears may be dangerous and scary, but they aren't the main concern in Yellowstone. Forest fires are a huge worry across Yellowstone. Since 1972, the amount of fires have stayed about the same. Every year, about 900 acres caught on fire. Then came 1988. That was the year when 321,000 acres caught on fire. In these 2 pictures, you can see how fast and how viciously the fire is spreading through the park. This picture is just one day. Imagine how much it was in total. The fire burned for 4 months. The fire had started with a single lightning. It had set a small group of pines on fire, which then spread out, causing a chain of events which led to this fire. This is a video showing the spreading of fire through the park. The fire started to grow in and around the park. People were evacuated and firefighters were called in. The fire was caused by a drought the park had never seen. There were 7 major fires that accounted for 95% of the damage in this time period. 3 of those fires were started by humans. In addition to lightning, human-related activities start a large number of fires. Unattended or out-of-control campfires, a discarded burning cigarette, deliberately starting a fire, or even equipment used can set off a fire. More than 25,000 firefighters, as many as 9,000 at one time, attacked the Yellowstone fires in 1988, at a total cost of about $120 million. Thankfully, the fires killed no park visitors and no nearby residents. These pictures were taken in a span of 23 years, from 1988 to 2011. These pictures show how the park was from time of the fire to the recent years. You can see how the park and surrounding areas were affected by this fire. You can see that when the fire was completely over, the park officials decided that they didn't want to ever have to deal with huge forest fires again. So they started a plan to reduce and minimize the forest fires that take place in Yellowstone. In 1992, they initiated the Wildland Fire Management Plan. They created this to prevent another huge fire, or if one does happen, to stop it. They did this in light of the fires in 1988. They now educate people on how to stop a fire or how to prevent one altogether. This graph shows and proves that the Wildland Fire Management Plan is working and is making Yellowstone a safer place.
I could see from